What do my intentional breaks actually look like? I get this question a lot. So when I say intentional breaks, I need to be very clear about what I mean because most people think they're already good at taking breaks. They're not. Most people are good at stopping work. That's not the same thing as recovering, or what I call a recovery break. The absence of work or whatever happens when I'm not working is not the intentional break that I'm referring to when I say, when you work hard, then take an intentional break. So, not working isn't of itself a recovery break. And it's also not doom scrolling on social media. It's not email. It's not reading politically charged news articles. A recovery break is not even running errands. All those things either keep your mind in a state of stress or cognitive load. The simplest way to think about it is an intentional break is anything I do on purpose that helps me come back more focused, more clear, or more energized than when I stopped. Think, recover, and restore. If it doesn't do that, it's not a good recovery break. So now let me anchor this in the science for a second, because this isn't just something fun I think is true. It's actually biology, and it's backed by data. Your brain is about 2% of your body weight, but it uses roughly 20% of your energy. That energy comes primarily from glucose and oxygen, and focus happens to drain both of those. Research from the University of Illinois shows that prolonged focus without breaks leads to a measurable drop in performance and attention. Not because you stopped caring, because your brain ran out of fuel. So when I take a break, my only goal is to restore what I just spent. That's it. My intentional breaks usually look very boring by hustle culture standards, and sometimes outright scandalous for any hustle culture zealot. Sometimes I walk. Why? Because walking increases blood flow, which improves oxygen and glucose delivery to the brain. Studies consistently show even short walks improve creativity and problem solving. Stanford found creativity boosts of up to 60% from walking compared to sitting. Sometimes on my breaks I stretch, light mobility, nothing intense. That shifts the nervous system out of stress mode and lowers cortisol. That's recovery. Sometimes I lie down and do absolutely nothing. No podcast, no scrolling, just stillness. That passive rest allows the brain's default mode network to do its thing, which is where insight and clarity come from. And then sometimes I eat slowly, without multitasking, because eating while working or scrolling is not recovery. It's actually just stacking more input on an already overloaded system. And sometimes the most productive break I take is a 10 to 20 minute nap. NASA studied pilots and found that short naps improved alertness by 54% and performance by 34%. That's not laziness, that's optimization. Now, let me be equally clear by reiterating what breaks are not. They are not doom scrolling. Social media keeps your brain in threat detection mode, and that spikes cortisol. That's the opposite of recovery. Breaks are not email. It's not Slack. It's not just checking one more thing. Every notification reactivates decision-making circuits. Cognitive loads stay high, and then recovery never happens. They're not errands. Errands are also added cognitive load. If my brain is still reacting, processing, or problem solving, I'm not on a break. One more thing that matters a lot. Not every break should look the same. If I just did mentally intense work, my break is going to be physical. If I did physically demanding work, my break is restful. If I did socially draining work, my break is quiet. If my work was emotionally heavy, my break needs to help me process. I can't emphasize this enough. Breaks are part of the work. They are not simply a reward. That's the whole point of the 3.3 rule. Work up to 3 hours, then recover for about 30% of that time. This is not optional, it's required. Take breaks, work better. If you want to learn more, check out my book.